All right, that was a national anthem by the Golden Meadow Middle School Band. Mr. Casey Gisclair will give you the defensive starters.
Yes, sir. For the Golden Meadow defense up front, you're going to have the two ends, Jansen False and Jason Baca. The two middles, or the two tackles in the middle, rather, will be Scotty Bourret and Cy Abear. The four linebackers, Maddox Vegas, Kendon Chasson, Carter Plazos, and Charlie Dardar. And the three defensive backs, the two corners will be Caleb Myers and Johnny Lee. And the safety will be Tristan Dewey as we get to our coin toss.
Captains are making their way to midfield. We'll go ahead and give you the captains for the Golden Meadow Lions. Number 3,
Lucas
Arujo. Number 40,
Ryan Plazos.
75 is Cy Acosta. And number 19 is Cameron Oquan. Captains for the Gators looks to be number 7. My roster sheet here. Jackson Domang. Mr. Troy Gisclair is the white cap official for tonight. I believe it's also 20. That's Hunter Babin. There's the toss. Looks like the Lions may have won the toss.
Yeah, they were discussing something with them first. The Bayou Blue at 7, 20, and 10.
So Domain, Babin, and
Barber. Yep.
So the Lions will defer.
The Lions have won the toss and so to defer.
They will defer to the second half. So the Gators will receive.
There we go.
Gators will be getting the opening kickoff.
We got a good officiating crew once again. Case, I think the officiating has been pretty solid.
Yep, I agree.
Through 3 weeks of the season.
We had a really well-called game last night. The officials let them play. And hopefully we have a situation today where we have as much fun tonight as we did last night because, boy, we had a blast last night.
Yes, it was a great game. And a reminder, our coin toss was brought to you by State Bank and Trust Company. Banking you can count on, member FDIC.
I see the president and CEO of State Bank in the house tonight, Mr. Charles Plazos. That's what's awesome about banking local, man. You're literally like rubbing elbows with the people who run the operation.
So the Gators are set to receive. Babin is back deep for the Gators.
Looks like 44 for Golden Meadow. Jason Baca will be the guy kicking it away.
Kicking off for the Lions will be number 44, Jason Baca.
Babin and maybe Barber back deep for the Gators. We're moments away from the opening kick here tonight between the Lions and the Gators.
In an interesting kick formation here.
Middle school football right here on KLEB.
Little E.D. White.
Yeah, Baca set the kick. And we're underway.
Good kick.
Good kick. Hits at the 20, fielded by Barber. He's at the 25, trying to get to the outside. No, good tackle by the Lions. That is number 25, Kendon Chasson, with a good hit on special teams for the Lions. Gators will start 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Good start to the game for Golden Meadow. You get a good deep kick and you cover it well. A return of only about 9.
Jackson Domang is set to start at quarterback for the Gators. You'll have Barber in the backfield. along with Babin. Domang to Babin. Turns up the middle. He's at the 30, crosses the 30, breaks the tackle to the 35, falls forward to about the 37-yard line. Good pickup for the Gators on first down.
Yeah, there's no secrets. They're going to want to be giving the football to 20. And there he got it. He was able to bounce outside, pick up 8 or 9 yards.
Retrieving the kicking tee off the field. Oh, he threw it, almost hit a cheerleader.
He sure
on
did.
The track.
Good arm by Johnny Lee there.
Gators facing a 2nd and 1. Domang's in the gun. Hand off to Babin on the right side. He gets the first down and more. Cuts across field, gets a stiff arm near midfield. He's tackled around the 48-yard line. That'll be enough for a Gator first down.
So a couple of inside handoffs and some good gains from Bayou Blue, and they're on the move early.
2 plays, 2 first down runs for the Gators. First and 10, just on the way here. Gators opening possession of the game. Domang still in the gun. And we have a whistle and a flag.
False start.
False start. That'll back the Gators up 5.
So that hurts.
Illegal procedure against the Gators. Gators will be playing a first down and 15 yards to go.
Mason Ezel is also in the game at a back for the Gators.
See if Golden Meadow could keep them against the chains here.
Domang back in the gun. The quarterback keep on the right side. Domang gets near midfield, crosses midfield, falling forward almost to the 45-yard line. He's in Lion territory. Good first down gain after the penalty for the Gators.
Yeah, some of those big boys for Bayou Blue right now having their way. They're getting a big push up front. They get just about all of the penalty yards back. Well, all of the penalty yards back plus more, making up the 2nd and medium.
2nd and 5 for the Gators.
And there, Bayou Blue kind of following that LCO formula from last night. They're just taking their time, eating up some clock with the first possession here.
Domang in the gun. Babin to his right. Whistle.
Another flag, another false start.
I believe they'll get procedure on the Gators.
So what happened there, the center, and this is going to be a teachable moment for Coach Bourne, the center, right when he got in his stance, picked up the ball and then put it back on the ground. That's an automatic false start.
So that'll back them up 5, 2nd and 10 for the Gators.
And look, give credit to the officials for calling that. Sometimes in a middle school game, it's called a little more loosely. You're never going to learn until you pop them for it.
Man in motion. And we'll have another flag. And we'll have a timeout before the flag. Nope.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing. The center picked up the football again. And as soon as the flag came out, Coach Bourne ran onto the field and said, you know what, I've seen enough of this. We're calling a timeout.
Coach Bourne is not very happy there. It'll be 2nd and 15 when we get back to action. Gators are moving in the wrong direction. Lions may have an opportunity right here. See if they can force a 3rd down play and get off the field early here in this first quarter.
Yeah, and look, the thing that I'm concerned about here, if I'm a Bayou Blue fan, okay, the center just committed a couple penalties in a row. They're out of the gun. Now he's got to put a laser focus on just getting that snap to the quarterback. You know, he's getting a talking to right now that's sometimes difficult to handle. Just step 1, make sure you get the snap to your quarterback here.
2nd and 15 for the Gators. Domang still in the gun. Hunter Babin to his right in the backfield. Man in motion. That is Barber. Given to Babin up the middle. He's trying to get to midfield. He's going to be shy of midfield. Tackle on the play again by Kendon Chasson. for the Lions.
Babin takes the ball for
Bring
about
up a
4
third and
yards.
about
Brought
11
down by number 25,
after a 4-yard
Henry
pickup.
Jackson.
Better job by the Lion defense that time, plugging up the hole. My boy SJ72 in there, plugging up some room in the middle. And
Ezel, oh, my bad.
yeah, just allowing those backers to shoot in and make the tackle.
Ezel brings the play in for the Gators. 3rd and 11. 5:05 to go in the first period. Man in motion. Barber, the snap. Quarterback will keep it. Nowhere's to run. Good pursuit from number 44, Jason Baca for the Lions. Domingue had nowheres to run. Picks up maybe 1 on the play.
Interesting decision here. High school, you're punting this one 100 times out of 100, but in middle school, we don't know what each team's punt situation is. So it looks like they're going to actually stay on the field here.
Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. It's 4th and 10.
Down by number 2, Charlie Dardo.
Big play here for the Lion defense.
4th and 10 for the Gators.
Domingue and Babin in the backfield. Barber is on a wing. The snap. Domingue will keep it on the left side. Tries to get outside. He does. 45-40, 35-30. He's at the 20. Can anyone catch him? 10-5. Touchdown Gators. Casey, just a simple quarterback. Snap to the quarterback. A quarterback sweep to the left side. And he got to the edge. And there's no one there. Angles were not taken. And the Gators score first.
Yep, big old hole on that left side. A lot of green grass. As you said, the Lions were lacking in their pursuit angles. And a good job there by Jackson Domingue taking it to the house, turning the corner.
Domingue showed some speed when he got to the outside.
And look, as we said throughout the game last night, in middle school, these plays right here are huge. It was the difference in the game last night.
The Gators lined up for a 2-point conversion. Domingue's in a gun. Sends Babin in motion. He rolls out to his right bootleg. No one there. Can he get to the corner? Yep. He does. In. Nice call by the Gators right there on offense. They get the 2-point conversion. So with 4:05 to go in the first period, I'll score Bayou Blue 8, Golden Meadow 0. We'll be right back here in 1 minute. You're listening to Middle School Football on KLEB. And kicking off for the Gators will be Hunter Babin. Back deep for the Lions is Tristan Dewey and Charlie Dardo.
Meadow's got some weapons back there. Let's see if they could pop a big one.
Babin approaches the ball. Kicks. Good kick.
Oh, my.
Bounces at the 15 roll and picks up at about the 10. That's Dewey trying to get to the outside. He breaks one tackle, will not break the second. He'll fall forward to about the 26-yard line. So a decent return after the kick went over their head. Lions will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Crazy, man. We watch some of the high school games where the kids are not putting it out there as far as these middle school kids are. 2 really good kickers tonight.
They will spot the ball at the 27. So the Lions will play 1st and 10. Araujo quarterbacking for the Golden Meadow Lions.
I love this kid, Brian. He is tough as nails, man. I've been knowing him since he was a baby. He's going to give you everything that he's got.
Jason Baca, the fullback, is in the backfield. Araujo under center. The snap, giving a Baca right up the middle, fighting for yardage. He'll pick up about 2 or 3 on the play. Good push from the offensive front for the Lions. He'll spot the ball around the 31-yard line, brings up a 2nd and 7.
Good first down gain. Got about 3/4 or about 3.5 really. Working that middle.
2nd and 7. Caleb Myers checks in the game. Had a wide out. Araujo and Dardar in the backfield. Dewey at the wing. Araujo's your quarterback. The snap. It's given to Dardar on the left side. Trying to get to the outside. He cannot get to the outside. Fighting for yardage. Good push up front after contact. They'll pick up an extra 2 or 3 on the play, forcing 3rd and 2.
I put my eyes down. I thought the play was over. He just kept driving. And then once he got stacked up into the pile, they pushed the pile forward all the way to the 35. It's a really good effort and second effort there from Golden Meadow.
Officially, it'd be a 3rd and 3. Yeah, Dardar had a pretty good run and a good push once he had contact. Not going down on first contact.
That's something that we're going to be saying a lot when he gets the ball this season. He's tough.
3rd and 3. Lions are at their own 35-yard line. Araujo under center. Fake roll out to his right. Has a man open downfield trying to reach him. It's caught at the 42-yard line. First down for the Lions, and a flag comes down. That was number 19, Cameron Oakwind, on the reception from Araujo. And we'll have, I believe, a late hit. We'll tack on 15.
So Araujo is under a lot of pressure, just floated it up there, knowing that his receiver is going to go out there and make a play, and that he did. So they get the first down. We're awaiting the penalty. We do think it is going to be a 15-yarder on the Gators, and it is.
Personal foul, horsepower tackle on the Gators.
I don't know if they said blindside. Yeah?
I don't think it's a horse collar.
Yeah, blindside block.
Or targeting. When will we get reviewing in high school with targeting? You think that's coming?
I sure hope not, because these games last long enough. Can you imagine with that?
Lions will get the ball at the Gator 40-yard line. 2:10 and counting in the opening period. Gators up 8-0 on the Lions.
And by the way, Brian, don't give them any ideas, man. Don't mention that again.
Araujo under center. Waiting for the snap. The snap given to 33 on the left side. That's Carter Plaisance. He fights for a yard or 2. We'll give him 1 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 9.
33, Carter Plaisance.
Plaisance, another guy touching the football early. Short gain.
Coach Bruni earlier was saying, I have no problem taking the ball and running the entire quarter down.
Oh, yeah. When Golden Meadow's right, that's what they're going to want to do. They're going to shorten the game. And that's what makes them dangerous against some very talented teams, is they could shorten the game down when they get rolling.
Araujo under center. Dewey at the wing. He's in motion. Mix up in the backfield. Given to Dewey. Tries to reverse his field. He'll be tackled for a loss of about 5 on the play. Kind of a mix up in the backfield there. And Dewey tried to reverse his field and come back and make something happen. But the pursuit was just too much to overcome from the Gators.
So just as we were talking about, how dangerous they are because of their ability to possess the ball, that's the one thing they can't afford, because when they get behind the chains, they don't have a whole lot of explosive ability. Now 3rd and 15, it's going to be really difficult for Golden Meadow to overcome that.
3rd and 15, the inside of the Gator territory to 45. Araujo's under center. Plaisance, the fullback. Araujo drops back, looking for a receiver, steps up in the pocket. Pocket collapses, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. That's number 14, Kenneth Boudreau. Number 19, Penaloza.
Yeah, I think number 7 was in there too. A little quarterback on quarterback crime, as that's going to be the end of the first quarter here.
So the ball spotted at midfield. That's the end of the first quarter. What our score? Bayou Blue 8, Golden Meadow 0. You're listening to middle school football right here on KLEB. We'll be back in 1 minute.
It's game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up, raise the bar, go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
And welcome back to South High School. We're at the start of the second quarter. Golden Meadows trail at 8-0 to the Gators of Bayou Blue. Lions are facing a 4th and 20 at midfield. They got their punt formation.
This looks like Johnny Lee.
Johnny Lee set the punt. Hunter Babin back deep for the Gators. Lee gets the snap. Quick punch it away. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and Babin will let the ball roll. Rolls to about the 18-yard line. So a good punt by the Lions. Gators will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18. Oh, excuse me, their own 23-yard line.
Good kick. You keep it away from Babin. That's a plus. Flip the field, put them back in their own territory. That's a plus.
And Lee did a great job. He caught it. He wasn't waiting. He very quick got rid of that football. So the Gators are set to start their second possession of the game. Domang still in at quarterback. He's going to be in the gun. Gets the snap. He'll hand off on the left side to number 30. Dunmiles.
Yes, sir.
Carries the ball on the left side. Good pickup of about 4 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, man, you mentioned this after the first possession for Bayou Blue. They're moving the football without Babin really touching it a whole lot. They're getting a lot of their other guys involved, flexing their muscles and showing that they have a lot of playmakers too.
Second quarter's just underway. Domang in the gun. They will shift. Babin splits out to the right. Babin gets on the left side, tries to get to the outside, breaks 1 tackle, falls forward close to the first down. I believe they'll mark him short. That should bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Gators. They are their 32-yard line.
A good job there by the defensive backs on the outside, Johnny Lee and some others. They're not trying to hit Babin high. They're getting in his legs. If you try to hit him at the shoulder pads, he's going to run you over. But if you get in those legs, you could bring him down to the ground.
See the Gators here just want to go muscle football right here and pick up a first. Domang in the gun. Babin to his right. Barber is on that wing. Domang keeps the ball on the right side, turns up the field. He's got the first down and more, the 45 midfield. Drug out of bounds by number 1, Tristan Dewey for the Lions, but not until after Domang crosses over into Lion territory. He'll spot the ball at the Lion 46-yard line.
That was almost right there what Assumption would do last year, where they were sending Babin out as the lead blocker for the quarterback Domang to turn the corner. Boy, when you got 2 big boys that could both run, that's tough to slow down.
And you just know they're going to be setting up again the probably a bootleg coming
Yeah.
up. 1st and 10 for the Gators. Domang still in that gun. Fabbing in motion. Domang will keep it on the left side. Tries to get to the outside. He does. He's at the 45. Good tackle by the Lions. Shy of the 40-yard line. That was Hayden Guidry on the tackle.
For Golden Meadow, it's just been a challenge getting the Gators behind the chains. When they're running the football and not committing penalties, they're getting 5-6 yards a pop right now.
2nd and 5 at the Lion 41-yard line. Babin in motion, high snap, gets it down. Ball's given on the right side. I believe that's Barber.
It's close to the sticks. Yeah, he got it.
Gave it to Barber on the right side. He picks up just enough for a first down. Gators will have a first down at the Lion 36-yard line. Clock running here with 5:20 to go in the second period. Lions trail 8-0.
If you're Bayou Blue, you're not in any hurry here. You're wanting to chew up some clock because you know Golden Meadow gets the ball to start the third quarter, so you want to hand it back to them with as little time as possible.
Penaloza checks in for the Gators. Penaloza will be at the up back. Ball snap is given to Barber on the left side. He tries to get it outside. He does. He's at a 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Gators. Their second touchdown on a long play. Once again, gets to the outside, showed some speed. That was Cooper Barber on the carry for the Gators.
For those of you who are listening and who are not watching, I would encourage you tonight to go back and watch that last play, because number 20, Hunter Babin, was about 30 yards down the field, and at the end of the play, he threw the block that sprung it for a score. Outstanding hustle and effort. Bayou Blue doing the little things right now, and that's why they got a 14-0 lead.
2-point conversion. Gators shift. Snap, given to Babin on the left side. Good play by the Lions. That was 33. Was in the backfield on the snap. Carter plays on, stops the 2-point conversion. So with 4:40 to go in the second period, our scores: Bayou Blue 14, Golden Meadow 0. You're listening to Middle School Football. We'll be back in 1 minute right here on KLEB. And welcome back to South Lafourche High School. Gators just got their second touchdown of the evening. They lead 14-0 over the Golden Meadow Middle School Lions. Babin set the kick. Back deep. Dewey and Dardar for the Lions.
Get ready, because he's got a big leg here. They chased him back the last time.
Babin kicks. Kick bounces at the 20. Picked up by Dardar. Looking for running room. He gets corralled at about the 25, fighting for yards. That's Domang, the quarterback, on the play for the Gators. Domang is all over the field.
This sets up a huge possession for Golden Meadow. 4:26 to go in the opening half. You are getting the ball to start the third quarter, down 2 scores. Golden Meadow really needs to put it into the end zone right here.
Yeah, look, that's a good point. If they can go ahead and score here, you get the ball back and you're back even with them.
Yep.
Jacob Davis checks in for the Lions. .426 to go before half. Arujo in at quarterback. He's under center. Waiting for the snap. Gets the ball to Baca up the middle. Hitting the backfield. Breaks the tackle. Gets close to the 30-yard line. They'll spot it around the 29. A pickup of 2. Good tough run by Jason Baca.
Yeah, Baca runs hard, man. It was not a tremendous hole there, but he just kept the legs pumping. Got 3.
Oh, good spot. They'll spot it at the 30. So it's 2nd and 7. Lions trying to score here before half. On a beautiful evening here at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
Arujo. The snap. And we'll have a flag before the play. I believe the Lions moved on offense. That'll be procedure. That'll back them up 5.
Yeah, it looked like everybody went but the center on that one. And you could just see the frustration on the Golden Meadow sideline. Coach Brunet and the staff, they're not happy. It is their opener, but boy, I'm sure he would be hoping that they would have been played in a little bit of a cleaner half than they have so far.
They can get things right if they can get a score before half. Arujo back in on their center. Dewey at the wing. Snap. Reverse to Dewey to the right side. He's had plenty of room to run. Trying to get to the outside. He breaks the tackle with the 30. Crosses the 35. Close to the 40-yard line. Enough for a first down. Great effort.
Yeah.
By Tristan Dewey on the reverse from the Lions. He broke a couple of tackles. Picks up the first down. So good call going to the bag of tricks by Coach Brunet.
Yeah, no doubt. They get the ball to the outside. He does a really good job breaking some tackles, getting into open space. Protects the football at the end of the run. Big first down for Golden Meadow.
3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Johnny Lee brings the play in for the Lions. 1st and 10. The Lions are at their own 38-yard line. Arujo stays under center. Man in motion. Giving the Baca up the middle. Hitting the backfield. Good tough runner. He'll pick up about 2 on the play. Not much running room, but Baca did a great job of running forward and getting 2 yards on the play.
Golden Meadow's going to get 55. Braden Fonseca into the game.
Lions will play in a 2nd and 8.
Clock is becoming a little bit of a factor. The next snap's going to be inside of 2 minutes, so Golden Meadow does have to kind of get a little pep in their step here. They still have 60 yards to go. Elliot
Gaspar checks in. And now he checks out. Lions looked a little confused here.
Yeah.
Arujo under center. Lee at the wing. Man in motion. That's Dewey. Roll out. It's going to be a pitch to Dewey. Gets the outside. Breaks one tackle at midfield. Cross midfield. Knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. That's enough for a Lions first down.
Right there, Arujo did an outstanding job. He was getting hit as he pitched the football. They get it out to Dewey in space, who gets the first down, but then also, most importantly, gets out of bounds with 1:31 to go as Golden Meadow gets across midfield.
Yep, clock will stop. Lions will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Gator 47-yard line. 1:31 to go. Can the Lions put it in the end zone before halftime? Man in motion, Lee. Ball's given to Baca right up the middle. Huge hole. Gets to the 40, falls forward to about the 39-yard line.
Got to get on the ball here. Clock going to run, 1:20 and counting.
Baca up the middle for 7, brought down by number
Coach Brunet looking at that clock.
15 zone.
Gets his play called in early, urging his team.
Second and short here, Brian. I think this would maybe be the time for a little play action, perhaps. I think they might put it in the air here. Let's see.
60 seconds to go here in the second period. Arujo calls for the ball. Motion. Rolls out. Pitches to the right. That's Lee trying to break tackles in the backfield. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose about 3 on the play, and we'll have a timeout called by the Lions. We'll keep it here with 41 seconds to go. They say they trying to get a big chunk play right here.
Yeah, I mean, you know what they were doing. That was going to be a double pass.
It did look like it, yeah.
I'm watching it back on the replay. It was going to be a double pass, but I think one of the problems was one of the receivers that was looking to get down the field kind of tripped. So I think the deep guy down there kind of lost his foot and kind of busted up the timing of the play. And now a good timeout by Coach Brunet as he got a third and about 6 or 7 or so coming up.
Yeah, and a good quick timeout right after the play. He knew he had to get that timeout to stop the clock. 41 seconds. Lions will have 2 plays to pick up a first, but the clock is starting to be at their disadvantage here.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a big chunk. You're going to have to get a 20, 25-yard play to give yourself a chance here. Just getting 6, 7-yard plays, that works when it's the beginning of the quarter. But here in this situation, you're going to have to get at least one big play.
Good crowd here.
Yes, it is.
Both schools are well represented.
I think we have a little early fall cold front to maybe thank for that. It is a beautiful night to be outside.
3rd and 7, what do you call it?
Lions are playing a 3rd and 6.
Arujo in the gun. The snap, he drops back. Rolls to his left. He'll tuck it and run. Gets to the 40. Trying to pick up the first down. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down. And we'll have a timeout. Coach Brunet will call another timeout. And that'll be a 4th and about 1 for the Lions when we get back after this timeout. 27 seconds to go. Casey, right here, put yourself in Coach Brunet's situation. You got a 4th and 1. I don't know if you have a timeout left or not.
I think you got one.
Your playbook here. What's is it wide open?
All right. So what I'm telling my guys here, if I am Coach Brunet, I am giving the ball to Baca on the dive, and I'm telling the boys right now in the huddle, the clock's going to stop because we're going to get the first down. Immediately get on the ball and clock it. Then we could draw up our pass play. But first things first, you got to get the first down because anything outside of that, you're giving the ball back up to Bayou Blue. So I'm running it up the middle, getting a first down, clocking it, and figure you'll have about 18, 19 seconds left to worry about the rest.
Yeah, and that's one thing you do not want to do. If there's even a half a second left on that clock, you don't want Bayou Blue to get the ball back.
No. If it were 3rd down and short, I would come with maybe some kind of bootleg, roll out, throw the ball type of thing. But here, first things first, you got to get the first down. I'm putting it in 44's belly.
Ideally, you're going to hard count, draw them offside.
Or that. That's a good idea, too.
So the Lions come to the line of scrimmage. Ball's around the 38-yard line. They got a 4th down. Cameron Oakland. Lee and Dewey at the wings. Arujo under center. Man in motion is Dewey. Given to Baca up the middle. We'll have a flag.
Oh, this is going to drive Derek crazy if this is a false start.
Waiting for the call. Dead ball. Offsides on the defense.
Well, it's going to drive Coach Bourne crazy. Someone was being driven crazy. And you know the part about that's going to frustrate him the most, Brian? And nobody jumped. They lined up in the neutral zone. That is going to be even a bigger teaching tool for Coach Bourne and his staff there.
Man, I believe it was a dead ball. They had 27 seconds left, I think.
Yeah.
Down to 25. Those 2 seconds could be very valuable.
Yes, indeed.
If they don't put them back.
Now, where I think you were giving it to Baca, getting the first down, now you're probably rolling out and throwing it down the field.
Double wing set. Baca in the backfield. We'll have a whistle.
I wonder if this is the clock situation that you were talking about a second ago. I think that it is.
Yes, it is. That is a good job by the official.
Yeah, no, that matters, man.
Realizing.
So they will put the 27 back.
Waiting for the clock operator to put 2 seconds back up.
Yeah, I always kind of laugh because I would have no idea how to add 2 seconds. I know how to run it, but I don't know how to do anything like that.
Double wing, Baca in the backfield. Man in motion is Dewey. Ball's given to Dewey. He breaks the tackle. Tried to get to the outside, but way too much penetration from Domang and George for the Gators. Coach Brunet will call his last timeout. A loss on the play. Really, the down and distance not much of a factor here. It's the 19 seconds that you have left in the half.
Yeah, it's the 19 seconds and the 39 yards that you've got to get. If you get tackled in bounce short of the sticks, you're pretty cooked here. You're going to have to do something to the sideline or something deep down the field. What you don't want to do is you don't want to put it in the air carelessly and risk an interception that could go the other way.
Don't even want to think there.
Yeah. Have you ever thrown a late half interception or been part of the coaching staff that threw a late half interception?
Oh, several times, yeah.
Shout out to Damien, who I'm sure is now laughing at my suggestion of that.
I called it on like the inside the 10, maybe.
Yeah. Did everybody play in that game?
Probably not, but it ain't my fault.
Oh, if you guys knew the stuff that we were talking about. Second and long here for the Lions.
Lions break the huddle. Arujo under center. Caleb Myers in the wing. He's in motion. It's given to Myers on the right side. Trying to get to the outside. He turns up the field to 35, and he'll be tackled right at the 35-yard line. And that should bring us to the last play of the second quarter. 6 seconds, 5. It's counting down.
Yeah,
Lions
no way.
cannot stop the clock. That'll bring us to halftime. What our score, Bayou Blue 14, Golden Meadow 0. You're listening to middle school football right here on KLEB. We'll be right back in 3-minute break. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back on KLEB.
Are you searching for the next best thing for your finances? At Synergy Bank, we have everything you've been searching for in a community bank. Stop by to visit our friendly team at Synergy locations near you or anytime online at synergybank.com. Member FDIC.
It's game time. That's right. Get ready to rev up, raise the bar. Go from 0 to 100. That's why Rev is bringing the speed. Buku speed. High-powered internet speed that tackles every upload, download, and stream. With the most reliable network born right here in Louisiana. All backed by homegrown support. It's time to experience the power of Buku speed. Make the switch to Rev. Visit us at letsrev.com.
Hello, my name is Landon Meadow Dardar. I play for South Louis High School, and I support Bayou Sports.
A score. And you don't have to necessarily rush here in the third quarter, but Coach Green, in the back of his mind, he needs to have a plan that if he gets to the fourth quarter and they're going to need 2 scores, he's going to have to pick the tempo up.
Yep, no doubt. Not time to abandon the game plan, but it is time to be aware that time is limited.
So the Lions take the field. And we're going to be playing ball in the second half in just a few minutes. The Gators are back on the field.
My colleague here is struggling. What's going on? Oh, I see.
I was looking at someone spit my gum. And
thought that you had dropped your ink pen. I said, Brian, it's right in front of you, man.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Oh, look, I can't tell you the number of times that I am looking for my cell phone with the flashlight of my cell phone that I'm holding in my hand. So, yeah, been there, done that.
Back deep for the Lions will be Dardar, Myers. Kicking off should be Hunter Babin for the Gators.
Are you impressed that I made it a whole half without saying that 7-letter C word that's starting in 8 minutes?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. You better be nervous.
Oh, you don't think that I am? You're playing the Giants on the road? Of course I'm nervous.
Babin set the kick off here in the second half, and we're underway. High kick, far kick.
Yeah,
ball bounces inside the 10, and it'll go in the end zone for a touchback.
How about that?
That'll be a touchback.
That's a weapon to have on a high school and especially a middle school level.
Coach Vedros, if you are watching or listening, and I know sometimes you are, 20 for the Gators is a dude. And he is going to be a dude for your program.
Lions will take over at their 20-yard line. Johnny Lee comes to the sideline, gets the play from Coach Brune. Arujo still in a quarterback for the Lions.
It's good to see Johnny healthy. He was fighting all kinds of injuries last year. Impacted his football and basketball season.
Good young man. Arujo's under center. Baca in at fullback. Due in motion. Ball's given to Baca up the middle. Nowhere to run. Tough yardage. He'll pick up maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards on the play.
For a gain of 2. Brought down by number 62.
Not much room, but Baca just does a good job. A big bulldozer right there for the Lions. Picks up 2. They bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Lions.
Bayou Blue's got that big boy in the middle, that big nose. Can you give me a number? Is that 88? That's 88. It's Tylen Beasley. Yeah, that's a big boy. Eating up a lot of space in the middle of the defense.
Caleb Myers split out wide left. Arujo, we'll have some trickeration here in the backfield. Ball snapped up to Dardar on the right side. Looks to get to the outside. Cannot. We'll pick up maybe 1 on the play. That time, Casey, they did a little razzle-dazzle in the backfield. Snapped the ball straight to Dardar.
Think they were watching B.J. Young and the Tarpons on Friday?
Yeah. You'll pick up. We can give them 2 on the play. That'll be 3rd and 6.
Isn't it crazy how football works? The Chiefs do that last year. Now South Lafourche does it. Now Golden Meadow does it. You've always told me coaching is just about who's the best thief, who's going to steal the best stuff from everybody else.
Exactly. I've always said when you got somebody that's going to say, look what I came up with, I made up. No.
They're lying.
Yep. You took that from somewhere. Jackson False checks in the game. Myers will check out.
Yeah, a lot of confusion right now for the Lions.
Arujo. In a quarterback, he's in the gun. Quads to the left. Ball's thrown out to Due. He breaks 1 tackle, trying to get to the 25.
Look out.
Across field. The 25 finds a lot of room on the outside. He's crossed 30 to 35. Still fighting for yards. He'll get to about the 34-yard line, picks up a line first down.
He had nowhere to go, and he just reversed his field, kept riding the blockers, gets the first down. Boy, that's one thing about Tristan Due. He doesn't like to go down. He's not an easy guy to tackle. How about Coach Brune just putting it in his athlete's hands in space there?
Yeah, he came out with a quad receiver set to the near side, threw it on like a screen, not much run to room, and Due just made something out of nothing right there and picked up the first down for the Lions.
So big play moves the chains for Golden Meadow.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. Did the front come in?
I don't know, man. I think so. Now, I'll say this. In the room that he's in, they got AC. We don't have it in here.
Quads to the right side. Rojo drops back, hit in the backfield. Ball is loose. And they'll call it a fumble. Gators take possession.
Yeah, I think that's a good call by the officials. I think he was trying to throw the ball, but watching it back on the replay, the ball went backwards. So it was a backwards pass. And again, I think that's number 7, Domang for Bayou Blue, who laid the hit, and then also just kind of as the ball popped in the air while he was laying on the ground, brought it in.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Lions. You picked up the first down, then you come back and you miss fortune there with the turnover. Gators will take over at the Lion 25-yard line. 4:51 to go in this third period. Gators are up 14-0. Domang in the gun, gives it to Babin. Babin breaks a tackle at the 25, fighting for extra yards. He'll pick up about 4 on the play in case there was nothing there for him. That's just sheer effort from Babin.
Yeah, that's one that is going to bother Coach Burnett. I see Coach Don Danos had his hands up on the sideline. You had him behind the line of scrimmage, and he just kept driving. At some point, you got to wrap him up and bring him to the ground.
Midway through this third period, the Gators have a 14-0 lead. They're going to take their time here. Taking a long time in the huddle. They break the huddle. Domang in the gun. Babin to his right. They shift the formation. Babin moves to the left. The ball's given to Babin. Plants up the middle. He's at the 20. Fighting forward, extra yards. He's at the 15. You'll spot it there. You'll be close to first down.
That's just short.
Will be about a yard shy of the first. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Gators. The ball spotted at the Lions 16-yard line.
You know, one thing that Bayou Blue does really well is that they give you a lot of eye candy. They'll line up in one formation. They'll shift into another. Like a lot of unbalanced line stuff. Like they're very, very well coached. A lot of their formations is some pretty high-level stuff for a middle school team.
Yeah, that's a good point because it's coaching. You got to rep it. And you can see they do a great job of it. 3rd and 1. Domang back in that gun. Babin will be flanked to his left. The snap. Domang will keep it to the outside. Gets to the 15, 10, 5. No one will catch him. He walks into the end zone for a Gator touchdown.
Yeah, there's that same look that we've been seeing throughout the game where they're just snapping the ball to the quarterback, Domang, and they're telling Babin, all right, go ahead and lead block and just kind of clear the way. By that time, they had enough room where Babin didn't even need to throw a block. There was plenty of green grass as Bayou Blue strikes again.
Yeah, Gators have them outflanked, outnumbered to the outside, and Domang just does a good job using that speed, getting to the corner, and there's no one there to stop them. So they take a 20-0 lead with a 2-point conversion coming up. Gators set for the conversion. Ball is snapped, roll out to the right. Domang will throw the ball up for grabs in the back of the end zone. It falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Cooper Barber. Ball is incomplete. So with 2:47 to go in the third period, our scores Bayou Blue 20, Golden Meadow 0. You're listening to Middle School Football on KLEB. We'll be back in 1 minute. And welcome back. Babin set the kickoff for the Gators. His team is up 20-0 on the Golden Meadow Lions. The kick is underway. Line drive kick bounces by the 15. Picked up at about the 12. The 20 to 25, 30. That's Myers. Gets to the outside, crosses the 40-yard line. Tackled out of bounds at around the 42-yard line. Good return for the Lions.
Yep. Some really good opening field position there. Good job by Myers getting up the field. Good blocking down the field for him. Let's see if Golden Meadow could get on the board.
Now, Case, it's pretty simple right here. If you're the Lions, you have to score this drive.
Yeah, no margin for error now. You got to score every time. And look, let's be frank, it's going to take a little luck. You're going to have to pull the ball out, maybe recover a kick at some point.
Lions once again, they seem to have a little bit confusion. Rougeau will be in the gun. 3 receivers to the left, near side of the field. Man in motion's Dewey.
Oh.
Snap over Rougeau's head. He picks it up, trying to make something happen, trying to get to the outside. He'll get tackled at about the 30-yard line. A big loss on the play of about 12.
Tell you, man, we have talked a lot about Babin tonight, but boy, Jackson Domang's a heck of a player too now. Number 7 for Bayou Blue. He just made the tackle in pursuit there. He's made several big plays. He's also, of course, their quarterback on the offensive side.
And, you know, just from our vantage point here, he looks like he has to be a basketball player.
Yep, he's a big dude. Tell you what, I'm sorry, Brian. If he's not a basketball player, Coach Gage Griffin's going to try to make him one.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line, 2nd down for the Lions. Lions back in the gun. In motion, that's Dardar. Flanked out, throwing the Dardar, trying to get to the outside. He's at the 30, plants his foot, turns up the field, crosses the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Flag on the play. I believe we'll have an illegal formation on the Lions.
Yeah, I think so. It could pretty much only be offense here at the snap, as if it would have been offsides, the play wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it's illegal formation on the Lions. That'll negate a decent play here, so that'll back them up. .143 to go. 3rd period. All Gators, 20-0 over the Lions.
Let the Gators get all the points out of the way today, because we don't want any Gator points tomorrow, right?
That's right. But don't be one-sided.
That's right. There you go.
2nd down for the Lions. Dardar in motion. Rougeau drops back, throws it deep down the field. Has a man slightly on the throw. That was Caleb Myers. Got behind the defense. The ball was a little, a tad maybe on the throw. Pass goes incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Lions.
Yeah, you almost had him because, in part, the ball was underthrown, but the defensive backs for Bayou Blue kind of mistimed their jumps back there, which almost allowed it to be a big play.
Clock just stopped with 1:20 to go in the 3rd period. Lions 3rd and long. In the gun, receivers, 3 to the left side. Rougeau drops back, tries to get the ball. The Dardar coming out the backfield, goes incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for the Lions, and I'm sure they will be sending their punt team in. Yes.
See, for Golden Meadow, boy, does it not get any easier. Their next 2 games are Thibodeau and E.D. White back-to-back. So that'll be a tough stretch of the schedule for the Lions.
Lions in punt formation.
Good kick.
Good kick, high kick, fielded by Babin. Misplayed at about the 45-yard line. Who gets it? The Lions fall on the ball. Did Babin touch the ball?
Yeah, they're saying yes. They're saying yes. Let's see if we could get another look. Oh, yeah, he touched it. Yes, he did.
That was Tristan Dewey on the coverage. Babin muffed the kick. Dewey falls on it at the 45-yard line, so the Lions have the ball 1st and 10 at the Gator 45-yard line.
So, remember earlier in the broadcast we said it would take a little luck perhaps for Golden Meadow? Well, there you go. You get a turnover. Now you got to turn it into some points.
Yeah, it's simple here. Lions, you want to score. The Gators, your job's simple, stopping them right here on this drive.
Yeah, or at the very least, just make them use a lot of time to score. No big plays.
3 receivers to the wide side. Araujo's in the gun, drops back. Heavy rush.
Oh.
He was going to go down, but a 10-yard loss on the play. That's 3 Gator players
Bravo is sacked at the 45.
on the tackle. 7:38 with 2 of them. Domang once again.
7, Jackson Domang, and number 18,
And James, I believe it is. You get the light.
Yes, sir.
These are Jones. You see, Davy and Jones.
I think this will be the end of the third
That'll
quarter.
bring us to the end of the third period. I'll score Bayou Blue 20, Golden Meadow 0. We're going to take a 1-minute break. You're listening to middle school football right here on KLEB. Lions have some work to do. They're down 20-0. 8 minutes to go in this game. Lions are facing a 2nd and long, and they are their own 45-yard line. They have to go all the way to the Gator 36-yard line.
Yeah, if you give yourself a chance, great. If not, you just want to play a clean quarter here. Just play a good quarter of football.
Trips, 3 receiver to the wide side. Araujo in the gun. Snap. Drops back. Heavy rush. Throws the ball. Has a man wide open at the 45-yard line. Is at the 40. Makes the move to the 35, 30, 25, 20. Can he go all the way? 20, 15. Knocked out of bounds around the 10-yard line.
Oakland.
That was Oakland. Cameron Oakland on the reception from Araujo on a big play from the Golden Meadow Lions, giving him a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Good job by Oakland getting behind the defenders there and, boy, making something happen after the catch.
We'll have a timeout from the Gators. 7:48 to go in this contest. The Lions, 1st and goal from the Gator 9-yard line. On a pitch and catch from Araujo to Cameron Oakland.
Go ahead and thank GIS putting people first. Also, the Gin Gators. Give Travis Terrebonne and his team a call. They do an outstanding job for all your generator needs. Terrio Due Ontario. We make insurance easy since 1957. Dufresne Building Materials with 8 locations to serve you. Go experience the Dufresne difference. Go Tarpons. And Absolute Fitness, a health and fitness center, open 24/7, 17092 West Main Street in Cutoff.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
Lions facing 1st and goal. Casey, you trying to score right here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You need a save every second you can.
Yep. Absolutely.
Lions, they're going to have a trip set to the near side, the short side of the field. Man in motion's Dewey. Araujo drops back, looking for someone, throws it into the end zone.
Ooh.
There's collision. There's a collision in the end zone. A collision in the end zone with no flag.
Let's see. I think
Incomplete.
maybe the feet got tangled. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot there.
So 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Good effort from the Lions. And good defense from the Gators. Coach Brunet giving the play to his quarterback, Arujo.
Coach Brunet is asking the question of, hey, man, I thought there was some contact there.
Same formation, trips to the short side of the field. Arujo will drop back. Looking, throws the ball short to number 2. That's Dardar, trips up at the 5-yard line and goes down. Number 3, Hayden George on the tackle for the Gators. That's forcing a 3rd and goal. They're going to spot the ball by the 6-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame there because Johnny Lee was out there blocking and he just was not aware of where the receiver was. If he could have just been a little bit further upfield, because he kind of got tangled up with Dardar there.
7:25 and counting. Lions come with a 3-receiver set to the wide side of the field. Arujo gets the ball, drops straight back, steps up in the pocket, trying to get to the end zone, the 5. He's inside the 5. He'll be tackled about the 3-yard line on a big hit from the Gators defense, forcing a 4th down and goal to go for the Lions.
How tall you think Lucas Arujo is? About 5'5", 5'6"? He ain't ever going to slide. He ain't ever going to he's never going to avoid contact. We saw it there, man. He's running up to a big old dude, and he says, you know what? I might not win this collision, but we're going to have the collision.
See if Coach Brunet can come with a wide formation and just get Jason Baca right up the middle with his fullback. See if you get a push in the end zone. 3 receivers to the right side. Arujo drops the snap, picks it up, will throw it to number 1 in his hands and drop Tristan Dewey. Pass goes incomplete right at the goal line. So the Gators will take over on downs. Good effort from the Lions right there. The snap, he dropped the snap, picked it up, didn't really panic. He knew where he wanted to go with the ball, and the ball just almost was complete, just falls incomplete, where the Gators take over on downs.
Yeah, good job by Arujo not panicking, as you said, after he dropped the snap, and he got the ball out to Dewey. Dewey's played one hell of a football game tonight, but there wasn't his brightest moment. And a good job there by Coach Scott Chauvin, pulling him to the side and saying, hey, man, don't worry about it. Shake it off. Next play.
Yeah, for all the good things you did in this game, you can't worry about that one little thing there. Gators have the ball. 1st down. They had their own 3-yard line. Domingue. The snap is given to Babbitt on the outside. Good open field tackle. By number 12, looks like Caleb Myers.
Real good tackle. If you're Bayou Blue here, you're in no hurry. Up 3 scores with 6 minutes and counting. In your own end zone, you are going to be willing to run every last second that you can here.
Yeah, when you know your opponent has 3 scores to.
Yeah.
And with 5:42 to go.
Yep. If you don't do something to give them an easy one, you pretty much got this one in the bag here.
Gators breaking their huddle. They're in no hurry at all. Domingue is in the gun. We got a procedure call, 2-minute in motion. That's going to back the Gators up.
Illegal procedure on the Gators.
So how to back the Gators up.
Told you the Golden Meadow opponent. Let me get you the Bayou Blue opponent next week. It will be E.D. White. And that'll actually be on Monday, according to Coach Keith.
Ball spotted close to the 2-yard line.
Gators are playing second down from the 2.
Snap. Giving in the end zone. Runner that's Barber trying to get out the end zone. He does. Fights hard for yardage. Lions almost had a chance there to tackle him in the end zone.
Yeah, there was a chance there for a safety.
Barber showed some nifty moves and got out the end zone and picked up positive yards. Keeps the clock running. Third and about 6.
Sorry, boss. I was just going to say, Bayou Blue has played a game. They're 1-0. They got an overtime win against Lockport to start their season.
Kendon Chasson checks in the game for the Lions. Domang in the gun. Gives it to Babin on the right side. Babin turns up the field. Fighting for yardage. He's past the 20. Gets tackled about the 25-yard line. Caleb Myers on the tackle for the Lions. That'll give the Gators a first down with 4:10 to go in this game. That was an explosive run from Babin.
Tell you what, we saw E.D. White yesterday. We've seen Bayou Blue today. Monday, that's going to be a good game. That is going to be a very good game. Short rest for both teams.
Domang in the gun. Gators flip their formation. We'll have a flag on the play. The official throws a flag from there. That's on the offense. That'll back them up 5. Unless LSU's playing and they're going to call a defensive infraction or
don't get me started. I'm not allowed to say the things on the radio that I want to say about that. But yeah, false start on Bayou Blue.
And I'm looking out for it. If Jesse Palmer would kill you, then
no.
I don't want to. I thought you wanted to fight with him.
Oh, I do want to fight.
Domang in the gun. High snap gets the Babin, crosses the 20. Fighting for extra yardage. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 after contact. Falls close to the 24-yard line. Clock still running with 3:20 to go in this contest. Gators up 20-0 on the Lions.
It's going to be the second night in a row, Brian, that we have a very smooth and very well-played middle school game. We had a 1 hour and 15-minute game last night. Looking like it's going to be about an hour and 30 tonight.
Coaches, players, officials, great job all around. Gators second and about 11. Domang and Babin in the backfield. Domang gets a snap. Will keep it right up the middle. Gets tripped up in the backfield. Give him 1 on the play. That'll force 3rd and 10 for the Gators with 2:25 to go in this game. Gators in no hurry.
A little surprised that they're still letting Domang and Babin get some touches here, knowing that they got the game on Monday. I'm a little surprised they're not giving the ball to some of their younger guys. This one's pretty well in tow.
And we looked at Golden Meadow has 38 dressed for this game. Bayou Blue has 35 dressed. So 3rd and 10. Ball spotted at the Gator 25-yard line.
I have a scoreboard update for you after this play.
Man in motion is Barber. Domang keeps the ball, fighting for yards, nowhere to run. Jackson False, one of the guys in on the tackle for the Lions.
So, scoreboard update. We thank Ron Case, a huge fan of what we do at Coastal Broadcasting. He told me that across the street over in the gymnasium, the second set has just been played, and it is 1 set apiece between South Lafourche and Central Catholic. So, if you are listening in the stadium and you want to go catch the end of that one over in the Tarpon Gymnasium, Central Catholic and South Lafourche are doing battle as we speak.
Gators playing a 4th and 10. They're lined up in their punt formation. Domang will punt the ball, gets it away. Ball's going to be fielded at about the 33-yard line.
Myers fields the punt at the 33-yard line.
Myers.
By the Lions.
Immediately.
Jacob Myers, he's been all over the field.
Yes, he has. Yeah, he's tough, man.
59 seconds to go in this game. Lions will try to punch one in before the end of this game. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the Gator 31-yard line. Once this game is over, we're going to take us about a 2-minute break or so. We'll come back with some final thoughts and give you a little preview about the Swamp tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it.
Lions in a 3-receiver set to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Araujo snap, gives a snap, drops back, throws the ball down the field, finds a man. It's caught by Myers, of all people, at the 12-yard line. Caleb Myers once again gets the ball. He's falling forward. The ball will be placed at about the 8-yard line. Clock is running with 45 seconds to go in this game. Lions are trying to punch one in before the end of this game. 3 receivers will be sent out wide to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Man in motion. Dewey, Araujo, the snap, drops back, looking for a receiver. Will jump pass, throws the ball incomplete. The ball was intended for Tristan Dewey. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 26 seconds.
Second down from 8.
Give credit to the Golden Meadow Lions.
Yep, running through the tape, man. They're not going to win tonight, but they're going to play all the way until the officials tell them to stop playing.
Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to have 3 receivers to the near side, the short side of the field. Dardar in motion. Araujo drops back, looking for Dardar in the flats. Incomplete. Ball was still a little behind him. Good idea by Coach Brunet trying to get the ball to Dardar out in space. Ball goes incomplete. That'll bring 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
Scoreboard update from the NFL. The Giants have just kicked a 52-yard field goal. They lead 3-0 over
Let's go Giants.
All right.
Nah. You got a giant blue shirt on. Look.
I sure do, man.
3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. 3 receivers to the wide side. Dardar next to Araujo. Ball's given to Dardar on the left side, trying to get to the outside.
Ooh.
He breaks a tackle with the 5, fighting for yardage. He's in the end zone for the Lion touchdown. Good 2nd, 3rd, 4th effort from Charlie Dardar. Gets the Lions on the board with 14 seconds to go in this contest.
Really good sportsmanship there. Number 7 for Bayou Blue Domang was down on the turf. Slow getting up. He's actually limping off right now. Johnny Lee picked him up off the turf, gave him a little pat on the rear, said, "Hey, man, good job today, brother." Like to see that. And you also like to see Dardar get outside, break tackles, and not take no for an answer, driving into the end zone.
Good job by the Lions getting on the board here late in this game. 2-point conversion. Receivers to the near side. Araujo drops back. Tugs the ball, trying to run. He's at the 5, and he was going to be corralled at the 5. Conversion is no good. The clock has started, but it should not have started. We should have 14 seconds to go in this contest with the Lions set to kick off.
Now brought down at the 5 by number 62, Drew Davis.
So you figure will be a kickoff and then a kneel down away from wrapping this one up here.
We'd like to thank all fans for coming out tonight.
2 nights of middle school ball.
Now what should happen is that you kick the ball and whoever's keeping the clock don't stop it.
Yeah. When we do tend to see that from time to time. We often see a very friendly play clock at the end of games.
Now, this is also a good chance for the Lions to work on an onside kick. Who knows? You might need it later in the year.
Yep. Got a chance to rep it. If I'm Coach Bourne, I'll be honest with you. I'm Coach Bourne. I'm hoping that they're kicking an onside kick just because I want to try to return one also. It's a great chance for both teams to get the reps.
Yeah, and look, you don't want anyone hurt here with 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, no doubt.
Lions still talking on the sideline.
Back to receive for the Gators. Number 10, Cooper Barber. Number 20, Hunter Babin.
I think
Lions
it's
got to get a kicker.
I think it's gonna be a new kicker. I think that's the issue they're having right now. Baca's not in there, and I think they're trying to figure out what to do.
You have 11. They need a ball. A ball and a kicker would help us.
Taking off for the Lions
Yeah,
is
both
number
of those things are
26,
usually pretty
Christopher
important. There's the tee. Oh, they got a tee. The ball's in the hands of the official. That's what they were waiting on, was the tee. The kicker is going to be 26, Christopher Rodriguez.
The Gators are up for the onside kick.
Thought maybe he was going to lay it down sideways on the tee.
Set the kick off. Kicks it deep. Ball's about the 26-yard line. Babin gets to the outside. Across midfield. That is Barber, and he'll be knocked out of bounds.
Cooper Barber takes the ball to the 50 where he runs
At midfield, he'll step out of bounds at midfield. That'll bring us to the end of the game. What our final score? Bayou Blue 20, Golden Meadow 6. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. When we get back, we'll have our final thoughts on this game. You're listening to Middle School Football on KLEB.